I'm a regional sales manager for a trucking company, and I've been in the trucking industry for over 30 years, in sales for probably majority of that. I just started selling on Amazon here recently. Been kind of a voyeur for the past year, but the past 3 months I started selling actively online. I've done a few programs. It appears yours has been the most successful for me.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So what challenges were you facing before our program? What were the main things really holding you back from scaling?
I think one of the biggest things was just figuring out what to buy, where to go for brands, and what to really look for to scale a business. You see all the gurus online that you're doing the online arbitrage, and it's you're hunting for deals and you're getting coupons and you're looking for sales. It seemed like a daunting task for somebody with a 9 to 5.
Yeah. So what were those? And I'm going to kind of really dive a little bit deeper into those other programs. Were they doing, what do we do that they weren't doing exactly?
I think you're a little more hands-on as far as what we should be doing. I enjoy kind of like the guidelines on the scripts for the phone calls, how to look for brands. I like yours a lot better than some of the others that I've seen, and it's just more comforting. Everybody there is easy to work with as well.
Cool.
And accessible.
Yeah, good. Griffin he is very, very good at what he does when it comes to being on top of his game. He's very empathetic guy. He's good at what he does for sure. So did you have any kind of hesitations before joining our program? And if so, what allowed you to get over those hesitations, as I'm sure you did?
Well, I think some of the hesitations are, you hear so many guys promising so many different things if you see them on social media. I think just having conversations with you and some of the other folks there kind of put me at ease. I felt like that what you'd promised was realistic, and you had the history of doing it for yourself and others. And for me, that's all it took. I feel like I'm a decent read on people, but this time it actually worked out.
You joined one of our training programs before speaking with me, didn't you?
Yes.
One of the webinars. Okay, cool. I think that's a big thing. So for people that don't know, we host like bi-weekly webinars with my business partners, Kate and Griffin. And so Michael actually joined one of those. Definitely something that I would recommend, just because you got to know our team before you actually even joined the call, so I think that's massive. So now let's jump on really what your experience has been like process wise, like where you've kind of been, what you've learned, what the process has been like from start to finish, because from onboarding until today, like really go into as detailed as you possibly can about what the process is like and any hurdles that you've gone through and kind of how we got over them.
The process and the tools you use, basically Keepa. I didn't have to buy any additional tools from what I already had.
Yeah.
Sourcing that way. I think the hardest thing for me was getting it configured, and it just took a quick conversation with Griffin to get that configured the way he had it on his
filters,
on his instructions. Yeah. It's like, holy cow, I can't keep up. And I'm looking for things. I'm scrolling across the sides. But once I got that figured out, it was a lot easier to look for brands. And I'm doing outreach for about 50 other brands right now, looking for additional opportunities. Yeah, it's just the whole process with the weekly calls, the Discord, just having the phone number where I can call Griffin at any time. It's just unbelievable. It's been very helpful.
Good.
So any questions I have, you guys are on top of it. I mean, the website is unbelievable that you guys helped me with.
Yeah, that's what I was going to touch on a little bit. So I'm going to help you elaborate on a little bit of what's going on here. So,
okay.
So first things first, we've already got you connected. You went with our Done For You program on top of the mentorship. So you've been going through the mentorship. Mentorship is the long-term value, but we also giving you kind of a kick in the back a little bit with brands that we've got you connected with. We can't go into the name of the brands, obviously, what product, any products, the returns. We have to kind of stay a little bit away from that stuff just for internal purposes and kind of earnings claims and stuff. But we got you connected with 2 brands. How long have you been with us?
Oh, maybe 2 months, maybe.
2 months?
Maybe 3. Yeah.
2 brands, correct?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. And I'm going to preface this with saying this isn't always what happens with clients, but Michael, he's going big. He's got a great brand that we've got him connected with. I think that you're going to be well set up for success with the one brand I'm speaking about. You're going to place, what was the initial order that you're going to place with them, if you don't mind me asking?
It's going to be between 40 and 50,000.
Okay, great. Beautiful. And that goes to show, you don't have to really tell us too much about the earnings, but he's going to make some good money with this brand.
For sure.
So anything like surprising that you weren't expecting? You came on board, anything where it's kind of been like you weren't really expecting this to happen, whether it be good or bad?
Well, I wasn't expecting two brands this quickly. I also wasn't expecting all the feedback and the updates that I got along the way. The website is like I said, is unbelievable. The logo, the website, everything is just, I mean, it's professionally done. I couldn't ask for anything better. I attempted the website myself, and it's nowhere near what you guys have put together. So hats off to you and your team.
Cool, man. I'm glad to hear it. So really, that's going to be the main things. Came on board about a couple months ago, put in the work. That's everything that you really have to do. You have to put in the work. Obviously, it's a volume game. With the Done For You program, we're going to get you some brands, obviously, that can get you moving in the right direction. But the mentorship, it's all about volume and actually putting in the work and working with Griffin to get the results out of it. So, imagine you're talking to someone that's kind of on the fence about doing this, right? It's a tough spot to be in. A lot of people struggle with actually giving that last bit of trust it takes to make it happen with the company. So any words to them at all?
Well, I think everybody has their own risk tolerance, and anybody looking at jumping into Amazon needs to really consider the brand direct model, because the way gating happens, it makes it difficult for somebody just starting out. But you guys make it so easy to get going. It's well worth the investment. And you asked me my budget. So and you guys hit it. Like, I mean, I can't handle any more brands at this point until I've made a few orders with these guys, because I said, here's about the budget I have to spend, and you guys nailed it. And, that's going to be my first order, in addition to the other orders I have from various wholesale things. So, yeah, you guys have hit it. Honest, trustworthy, able to be in contact with you guys. There's no reason to look anywhere else. There really isn't.
We appreciate that. So what Michael is referring to as far as the budget is actually when you come on board, or when somebody comes on board, we ask you, what do you have capital wise for purchasing products? And our team will focus on brand to kind of match your budget. Michael gave us a certain budget. We hit the budget. It's kind of going to be like that with anybody that comes on board, which, that's our job. So glad we got you the good results there. So yeah, man, I mean, that's really all I have for you. I appreciate you taking the time with me. Anything that you ever need from me, you reach out. This is, very appreciative of you. So I appreciate you jumping on the interview with me. If you have anything else you'd like to say, feel free. No worries.
One last thing, and I told Griffin this on the phone. I said, his outreach is always difficult because you run into a lot of no's, especially with brands. And you'd mentioned this time of year, maybe you get a little more no's than you do yeses because it's Q4. But one of the things that has really helped me is once the two brands were emailed to me, was seeing the outreach that was done by your team. And I could look and say, okay, I'm kind of on the right track, or I need to tweak this. It's just a great help to see it actually in process, to make sure that I'm on track to do it with the other brands that I'm researching.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's a huge part of the Done For You program, as well as not only do you get the brands fed to you, but you also get all the email correspondence and all of the leads as well. So you can continue doing it. You can continue following up, continue reaching out, make sure you can turn no's into yeses, which is another thing that we preach. But yeah, man, I appreciate you taking the time. We'll probably end it here, but if you ever need anything from me, I'll reach out. Okay.
Yes, sir. Will do. Thank you so much.